Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast.
Previously on Tavern Tales, having defeated the gibbering mouther, our party prepares to move on to the only way out of this level, through the hole in the roof through which moonlight shines down. Is this the final level?
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? 1 beer or two, I'll drink to you.
It was a large room, symbolic so much of the Ullman representation of the afterlife. Alabama succumbed to the soothing effects of the plains, losing an inch or two of height as a result. They then checked a room in the corner nearby to find a cacophonous noise of a gibbering mouther. When all was said and done, the party checked every wall and crevice of this room of the Ullman representation of the afterlife for a way out, only to finally, after many minutes of searching and hurting themselves, did Texas, who saw it all from the get-go,
Gecko?
From the get.
all from the beginning, say,
There's a hole of light coming down, shining upon us from the heavens. And then he points upward.
and now let us peek into the adventure itself as the party looks for a way to exit the room.
So Tex is just standing there, pointing upwards at the hole of light.
Just please don't fireball it again.
Yeah, right?
Not
Seriously.
going to.
Or you can. You have to warn us, and I'll get out of the way this time.
I will float. Oh yeah, there's a hole up in the roof. Can we go up to that hole? Can we scale the wall? Yeah, can we climb? Can we climb?
Again, the hole is in the very middle of the room, above the boulder hill area, 30 plus feet up.
Yeah, I can climb for 30 feet.
Climb what for
Climb
30
what?
feet?
You're just going to climb
You're
the
gonna
air?
climb that wall and then climb across the
Yeah.
ceiling? How are you climbing across the ceiling? A spider climb?
Maybe. We don't know.
Use my weapons to keep me in there.
Dude, I can float up there and
Your-
then I can just drop a rope.
Your club and your mace?
Yeah. My rainbow dagger.
Do you guys just want me to float up there and then I can drop a rope?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I don't know if you can actually float all the way up. Can you continue to rise? I thought levitate was just at a steady height.
I am going to check now
Sure.
because I thought
I
I
mean-
could float wherever I wanted, being a
Yeah.
genie.
I thought I also used levitate recently, but maybe
we
not.
slept,
I'm
though.
not so concerned.
We'll probably need a Flappy McGee for this one.
Am I Flappy McGee?
Just bend down really low and then shoot yourself up and put your wings down.
The room is 60 feet wide by 80 feet wide, and it's 30 feet tall.
You could actually fly here.
You can actually
But
fly.
is the hole big enough?
Oh, we don't know.
No, that's the thing. So I
The
would still have
hole
to like
It's
flap. and then
5
whoosh.
feet wide at the most.
Yeah, so no.
maybe smaller, actually.
So, but I like your idea. I could go flappy, and then pencil, almost like a pencil dive, but up.
Or
Or you fireball the hole, so it's bigger.
and make it bigger.
That worked out so well last time. We could try it my way, the pencil dive that someone else suggested, and that doesn't work if I miss, because you know me. Then we can get out of the room, and you can fireball.
Penny,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude
Aw.
or mean no disrespect, but I feel like when you've flown in this here dungeon, you don't have the best grace.
Yeah. Do you want to try?
No, I do not want to try.
Are you okay? You look shorter. Did I get taller?
Guys, I can just
I think
float
I'm
up
taller.
there. While they're discussing this, I'm just going to go float up there.
What is it you say when you start to float? How do you do this as a air genasi? I don't know if we've ever really gotten
Please
into
say
that.
that you're
No.
a floater. That's all I know.
No.
You got to do something super genie-like and be like, wiggle your nose and like, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's Blair or
first choice.
I don't know.
I dream a
Do
genie.
this. Cross your arms and-
In order to levitate, what happens is she swirls her hands around in a circular motion, and then a plume of air starts to form, and she just throws it down. It lands underneath her feet, and it carries her up, and she rides this little ball of air up towards the ceiling.
Cool. All right. While this discussion occurs between the two flying characters, Maryland Jane starts to float towards the ceiling. Do you have rope?
Yeah, I actually do. Bewitched is what I was
50
thinking
feet
of rope.
Cool.
Your nose isn't really moving.
It's true. There you go.
You're just like
Your whole
scrunching
face.
your face.
Your whole face moves.
That's what we're all doing while Maryland Jane's floating. We're just like wiggling our noses and contorting our faces.
And I
Why
can't do
can't I
that.
float?
It's like, does somebody have
All
a
right,
lot
you
of
float
pepper?
towards the light.
I float towards the light. Do I reach the hole of the light?
Not immediately.
Okay.
It's 30 feet up. You only rise 20, and then you have to start willing it and doing stuff. I wanted opportunity for other people to say stuff and do stuff.
Alabama's going to yell up, "Make sure there's nobody that looks like you up there before you keep going through it."
That's smart.
Because it happened before.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's smart because we have too many doubles in this whole thing. double this.
So yeah, it's 5 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
And once you pass where the light is shining through, you're just in a normally lit area. It's a bit darker. And you start to float up. Once you pass that
Initial circle.
initial opening, the light goes out and you're in darkness. And yeah, it continues up quite a ways.
Okay. When I get past that initial circle, is there like a place to land?
Nope.
Oh shit.
It's just a tube.
This just keeps going on.
What did you say?
This just keeps going on and on.
What?
Oh my goodness. I said that the hole just keeps going on and on and on.
That's what she said.
There's no place to land.
How far up have you gone?
40 feet.
Oh, so 30 feet is like from the ground, you're 40 feet up.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay, cool. So you're 10 feet into this hole.
Reverse birth.
Just keep going. Is there anything that I can see above me? I'm going to take Can I have a torch?
Sure.
Do I have a torch on me?
You don't, do you still have Texas's? No, you threw Texas's continual
come back
flame
down.
torch away. So
Yeah.
you can pull out a regular torch.
I've got a regular torch in my bag.
Yep.
So I'm going to pull a torch out of my bag
Yes.
and I'm going to firebolt it to light it.
All right, say it.
Ignitus.
No.
Fire. No. Fire up.
Fire up.
Light up a bitch.
You are right, but you are wrong.
Time to hero up.
No.
Light a bitch on fire. Kinich, light this bitch on fire.
Very close.
There we go.
We sure got there, didn't we?
I think Chelsea's kitty brain, like...
Where's
you
my
have used...
Prego brain?
I only am upset because you used Firebolt, like, last game and regularly.
And I think last time he did say Kinich light a bitch up or something like
Kinich, let's light this bitch up.
Yeah.
Yes. I think you wrote it down, too, to say the words so you would not forget.
that. How did that work?
But that's
out?
okay. Chelsea just wants to improv, and she's like, let's get the improv. Let's go. I don't need to remember stuff. That's not improv. Although, if you like improv, do you like watching improv shows?
Light a bitch up. Neferak.
Yeah. If you like improv shows, Middleditch and Schwartz on Netflix
I only like
is
the first one.
freaking amazing.
I
The other two are just great as well. But the problem is that first one is like,
It's perfect.
you would have wanted to save it. But I mean, if people are only ever going to watch one,
That's the thing. I think
that
that's
should
why
be
they
the
put
one.
it as first. But,
But, like,
it should have been last.
I'm not kidding you. I watched it twice. I never watched TV
episode,
shows
yeah. Which is-
twice. I watched all 3 episodes,
I did
and
too.
Marie Claire hadn't watched the first episodes, so I went back and watched the first episode again with her, laughing just as hard.
Yeah. It's just, I love that, like,
Middleditch
they
and
can't
Schwartz.
keep track of their own stuff.
Yes.
That's like half the joke. It's like, don't name your characters if you're not gonna.
No, you have to name the character.
I know, but
and
it's
that's
just-
why they're like, so your name is Marnie. That's right, Marnie. Everyone calls me Marnie. I like to be called Marnie.
Who's
And
now
then
also called
5 minutes
Amber.
later.
3 minutes later, they're like, so, and yes, I'm Amber. No, I don't think your name was Amber.
That is kind of funny.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
and so
'Cause
they
they
play
can't.
like
It's just
the
two of
first one
them.
was that they did a wedding and they played everybody in at the wedding.
And then let me
It's
know
good.
what you think, because it's 50 minutes of your time
And
that
it's-
you will love.
It's long form improv too,
So-
which is something Kyle and I love.
You can see tunnel goes up 60 feet more, and you can dimly see reflected at the very end of this tunnel up is a glint of some sort of covering, some sort of end. I mean, if you had proficiency with metalworking or something like that, I would say make a check in that regard. But in this instance, just make an intelligence check.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, there's something at the end blocking the way out from here. You'd have to get closer to figure that all out.
It's too dark.
Yeah,
Cannot see.
it's dark. But you got your torch lit and it's there.
Guess I'm gonna just keep going upwards.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, can I actually, before we get all the way up there, frick, there's gotta be a way to make this. It's 60 feet up? This
More
hole?
than.
Holy shit. Hey, what are you doing over there? Why are you rolling shit?
I'm not rolling anything. I didn't roll nothing. I didn't roll nothing at all.
Can I hold the torch in my mouth, and while I'm doing that, grab
It is on fire.
the end that's not
Legit on fire. All right, you think these are really long torches? Okay, it's not like an Olympic baton here. It's a tiny little torch, but anyway, whatever. Sure, you've got it in your mouth.
I just want to hold it so I can tie stuff to.
To what?
I want to get my immovable rod.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
going to tie the rope to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to click the movable
Cool.
rod
Make a
and
survival check.
Please don't fall.
This is some good rope tying.
You
And I mean, you don't really have
blue gem?
rope tying as a skill.
I do not have any of these things. What do I have as a skill? Not that. Hey, I can play chess though, guys. That's
good,
useful.
Good. Yes, play some chess.
What is this?
Oh wait, I make the check. You have no idea how well you did tying the rope. I think that'll be even better. Oh, that's cocked. That's still cocked. I just don't like that roll. Okay.
Was it bad or good?
You have no idea. You tie the knot to the rope, and you have a pretty reasonable understanding that, yeah, you've done a pretty good job. You lock it in place, and you drop the rope. But you only have 50 feet, and you're 60 feet up. 60 feet plus.
So it hangs
up.
10
It's 10 feet up off the ground. But whatever. They can figure it out from there.
Cool.
You're good, right?
Cool.
Are you going to continue on up?
I'm going to continue on up.
What do you shout down to them when suddenly this rope appears from above?
Guys, Guys, it just keeps going up, so you can start climbing. I'll figure out what's at the top before you get up here.
Okay, so you hear the blah, blah as well, just so you know. I think that's great to keep.
Oh, shit.
You're all tongue-tied from tying a knot. Okay, yeah, so the four of you, a rope descends down to you, and just as you think it's about to reach you, it cuts short like 10 feet up.
It's a good thing I'm taller.
Sure.
Because I thought he didn't get shorter, that I got taller.
You did not get taller.
I know, but I don't know that.
Actually, you need to make a saving throw just to make sure you didn't get caught up in the thing as well, because now you're on the plains. Everybody else has already had to succeed at that saving throw. Let's just make sure you don't fail as well.
You're close
Am
to
I
me.
adding?
It is a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm
+4.
I have lots. 17 plus 4 is 21.
Yeah, you've totally succeeded.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're not seduced by the urge to hunt up on the grassy
No, instead you're seduced by me.
Cool. I love it. And so
Hey.
you're distracted. Anyway, you're continuing up further while they deliberate what they're doing with the rope. And as you float a bit further up, make a perception check. How'd you do?
Shit. 3.
Excellent. So suddenly, yeah, this is great. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no. That one?
That one.
Aww.
Oh, no.
You should have used the blue. Yeah.
Oh,
Now they all.
That doesn't count.
it's a 20.
Chelsea.
Aw.
Okay, so honestly, you don't really know what happens. Something from somewhere lunges out. It's furry, many-limbed, bites you brutally where?
On the part where your shoulder meets your neck.
Your clavicle?
Yeah, sure. This chunk right here.
Oh, shoulder.
You take 7 piercing damage,
Ow.
Ooh.
That's rude.
and then you take 9 poison damage.
Just as a note, do we have to keep the difference between these damages separate?
Oh no.
Okay, because I have been, and that's been very confusing.
And you are paralyzed.
Ow.
You can't even cry out. The best you can do is breathe a little bit, which you don't really need to breathe, and blink, and you're dragged away.
Oh.
Your levitate fails you, and you're pulled somewhere. It's dark. Okay, we'll come back to the main group. The 4 of you. A rope has descended. It's hanging down. You've heard Maryland call out to you and let you know what was going on, and you...
I'm going to start climbing the rope, like in gym class.
It's 10 feet up.
You have to
So
boost.
I'm gonna jump.
cool. Make an athletics check.
What?
I love it.
Quads of
Yeah.
strength.
I went to like give her a boost, and she just
I love it.
before I could even get my talons on her.
Penny's got her arms out.
Yeah.
Are you just standing there like
I'm
that?
standing there like
21.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you want to describe it beyond the here, or are you just going to go with that?
Yeah, so like I feel like Florida Man does some awkward stretches first, and then
He's been doing it all along.
you know, like that old like I'm a bustle builder bus routine, like asking for directions to the mall.
Nice.
And
I feel like she is also doing pelvic circles.
yeah.
Okay.
And then like goes like really low into a lunge / squat and lunge squat. It's like a weird thing, and then like does the blast off thing to straight up vertical.
Wow,
Oh.
nice. From standing. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know, she's ridiculously strong and capable, like
Yeah.
an WNBA player. Your hand reaches out, grabs the rope
Yeah.
with your thumb and forefinger pointing towards you. You grab the rope and you pull it, so it immediately creates this nice bit of tension, and you feel it's a strong, sturdy connection that you have, and you get your other hand up,
Yeah.
and now you're hanging there by both arms, flexing to pull
Yeah.
yourself up
And
further.
then I'm gonna do like the Ninja Warrior to get myself all the way up until I can start using my leg.
Absolutely. You got a
protect myself.
21.
Yeah.
You are now 25 feet up in the air, and the rope is swaying gently at the 10-foot below position. What's everybody up to next?
Well, Florida Man starts climbing this rope.
Yep.
Alabama yells up, "Why are we climbing when she doesn't even know what's at the top? Seems a little wasteful of energy to me." So Alabama's like, "Why would I waste my time and climb up when we might just come right back down?"
Because you know how this dungeon works so far, and Maryland is right that once you got to the top and whatever that thing was, maybe somebody else could have helped figure out how to open it. And doubtlessly, as soon as you opened it, some sort of terrible trap would have been triggered. And
That is what Alabama
Yeah.
says.
okay, cool.
Alabama has made his choice.
Yeah.
Are you still standing there with your arms out?
Yeah.
Like for a hug?
I'm perplexed now.
I walk up and give Penny a hug.
Okay.
I
love
this.
it.
I so embrace him like a little too hard because I'm like, I haven't hugged anyone this whole time.
Yep, that's very fair. That's very fair. And what do you say to him when you get the hug?
I needed that. And she gets a little misty. She doesn't cry. She gets a little misty.
Is there any recognition of the fact that she was not around last session, and you say anything about that?
We sure did miss you.
Yeah, I was having an emotional ache time. I needed my own little space. Thanks for giving me my space, but I'm glad to be back. And she looks up to where Florida Man is like, "You go, girl. I was going to help you. You don't need my help. You go."
I love it. Cool.
Sassy Penny.
She can't snap because the
Yes,
nails get away
queen.
because she's got the long nails.
Cool.
But-
Do you throw Tex up now?
Do you want to boost the last now instead of assuming because you guys are so capable on your own?
I don't have any flying capabilities, so that would be much appreciated.
Okay,
Cool.
so I grab him by his like waist.
Yeah.
And just whoosh.
Yeah, make an athletics check with advantage. It's not a difficult check.
Oh, you're
23.
Yeah, you've rocked it. You have clung on to the bottom. You actually have been hoisted up 12 feet or so, which is enough for you to get your arms around that top 2 feet, pull, and then get your thighs tied to the rope so you can start to inchworm your way up and then lock your feet around it. And you are a few feet below Florida Man. What?
Don't.
Is there an inside joke that we want to know about?
Yes.
It made me think of the time that Aaron had to climb out of a cave like this, and then I had to pull him out.
I thought you guys used the Volkswagen that we came in.
No!
Oh.
We tied the
You
rope
think
around
your
a tree.
wife is as strong as a Volkswagen?
No, I thought that they actually had to use a vehicle to pull me out of this fucking cave.
No one ever told you that.
Do you not know how to climb a
You
rope?
just assumed.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh my god, it was
Oh.
so funny, dude. Okay,
Did you climb out?
Well,
Yeah.
there's a certain way you have to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's so you have a loop for your foot, and
Yeah.
then you have this little metal thing,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
have to like do this.
Slide, yeah.
And so it was me, Aaron, and the guide. And so the guide went up, and then I went up, and then Aaron had to go up, but Aaron couldn't get up.
I was
So then
just
the
so
guide
weak.
and I had to tie the rope around a tree to get leverage off of it, and then the guide and I had to pull it.
I was
You
just,
just-
like
it's-
in that cave. It was like 100% humidity. Like I was just a moist rag. I couldn't, but Paige did it. The guy just fucking flew out. He's like, all right, go. And he just rocketed up this goddamn rope.
That's exactly what's happening with Florida Man. Right up. Even like fully armored, bags of gear, weapons galore. Up. You've reached the roof.
Yeah.
The light is shining and glowing bright when a fiery, flaming object falls towards your head. Make a dexterity reflex save.
Oh, no.
So it's just a dex save. You're not +4 on this because you're no magical protection from this. Just to make a dexterity check. It's tons
14.
more than enough. You swing out of the way,
Yeah.
jerking the rope enough that everybody else is jerked out of the way. Alabama, it's falling towards you. Make an easy dexterity check as well.
You say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
19 as well. So
We're all like
tons.
wiggling on the rope.
Yeah. And a torch that was on fire falls, hits the boulder, falls down, rolls down the grassy plain, causing the grassy plain to catch on fire.
Yeah.
And a wildfire erupts and starts
Does the
burning
torch
the
shrink?
poor little people. What? No, the torch. No.
Sorry.
And a bunch of the little figurines start to catch on fire as well.
That's so
You're like
sad.
my people.
Yeah, one of them is, I was going to say Orman, but that is literally the name of the people. And they'll be like, hi, my name is
Orman.
Canadian. Like, that's just wrong. One of their names is Philip.
I was
That
Maple.
was the friend Maple. There you go.
Maple
Philip Maple.
syrup.
He catches on fire with a smoky haze.
Do
Anyway,
they cry out in pain? Is it
That's-
like Oompa Loompas?
that's what happens, though. This torch falls
This is
down
so
from
sad.
above.
I keep on climbing.
Yeah,
W-
do you
was
say
that-
anything?
Was that Maryland's torch? I'm like, that was Maryland's torch. Maryland, Jane, are you okay? I can't eyebrow you.
You hear nothing.
I climb more.
Excellent. Okay, so
Aggressively.
2 people are still standing on the ground. What are
I
Penny
grunt
and
more
Alabama
while I
doing?
do it.
Well, now that a fire's erupted, I don't want to be near that.
Planes. It's not. These are tiny little figurines. Remember the planes was
I
tiny little
imagine the
grass.
entire, like, everything just went up in flames.
So even if it did, it was all like grass. It was so small. It was like the world's smallest violin, small, and it was little people that are like an inch tall. So
Okay.
A person's a person, no matter how small.
these aren't people; they're figurines.
I just wanted to quote
Is that what
Dr.
your
Seuss.
character says?
No,
All right.
that's what I say.
The torch hits the ground, rolls, ignites all this stuff. What do the 2 of you do?
Sorry, I made a bad choice.
I'm pregnant. Give me all the tip. You think a baby's noisy? All right.
I'm louder.
Penny is eating a hard-boiled
I knew
egg
you were gonna
covered in
say
salt.
egg. It's real salty.
Well, are you going to go up?
Well, yeah.
I don't want to be down here by myself.
Well, do you want to be last or want to be second last?
I won't be second last.
Okay. Do you want to boost?
Yeah.
Okay. Grab him by his waist.
Great. Make
Where's
an
Tex?
athletics check. Tex is already, he's right behind you.
Okay.
He's
More or
already
less.
climbing.
Florida Man, the immovable rod. You're
Oh.
10 feet into the tunnel. The tunnel stretches on. I don't know if you have dark vision or not. I don't think you do. The tunnel stretches on into darkness. You have no idea where. You know that it is about 5 feet wide on either side. So that's just wide enough for you to get both your arms and legs to push off, and you could like spider climb if you felt the urgent desire to do so. You do not see or hear Maryland Jane at all.
Sorry, I'm adding athletics to this.
Yes,
13.
that is enough. You grab onto the rope.
You're heavy.
You're super awkwardly pulling yourself up because you're terrible at this.
Yeah.
What terrible grunting sounds do you make as you're trying to pull yourself up, reminding yourself what your husband sounded like when he was trapped in the cave of humidity and moisture?
No, Paige, I can't do this. I can't. Oh, sorry, grunting. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What grunting sounds did he make? Not necessarily.
No, there wasn't really any grunting sounds.
really?
It was just
It was just
sounds of
bitching and
defeat.
moaning on my part.
I love it. That was great. Good job.
I wasn't taking
you.
a crap.
I was gonna say,
trying to
definitely
find-
That is
like you're
kind of
taking
what
a-
you're doing. All those, all those. Yeah.
Yeah, he's clenching his buttocks to make sure
Yeah.
he makes it up.
He's doing a Kegel for the first time in his life.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yep. Having never done a Kegel before.
Doing
Yeah.
it wrong.
What?
He's a man.
Hurt.
But if he's
Men
never,
can do Kegels.
Yeah, but it's we're talking about Alabama here.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I take
Right?
it back.
Yeah.
I mean, his pelvic floor is as soft as they come.
He's going to have a hernia.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no. All right, you begin to climb.
Let's play that out.
Tex, you have made it up to where Florida Man is. You are 6 or so feet below Florida Man, your lower extremity hanging out of the tunnel.
What's the holdup up there?
Well, so, like, here's the end of the rope, and no Maryland Jane anywhere to be seen.
Like this predicament.
So I have a piton, and I have a torch. I have pitons. So can I start, like, using them as, like things to
Climb?
You do some sort of cool maneuver where you end up standing on the immovable rod. You pull out your hammer, you pull out your piton, and you clank a piton into the wall. Is that what you're saying you're going to do? Okay.
Yeah.
You hoist yourself up onto that piton and lean against the wall, and you hammer another piton into the wall? Okay.
Yeah.
So how, like, every 5 feet up, you're hammering a piton in?
Yeah.
Or is it even less?
I can do... I'm just thinking about how short Alabama is now.
Rude.
Dude, lost 2 inches, and it's a big running joke now.
It's gonna
I
be
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
2 inches is a lot, man. In certain circumcised.
Oh my god, no. I'm gonna try just so I can get higher up, and also people can follow me if they want.
Cool. So how high?
Yeah,
up are
every 5.
every 5
Yeah.
feet. How many pitons do you have?
I have 10.
That's 50 feet. That is
Yeah.
not the full length of this tunnel.
Well, it's
But
getting me there.
It's getting you there slowly but surely as you hammer a piton in and then pull yourself up.
Can I use
and
my
then
rope to,
hammer a
like,
piton in?
like, basically it's like having like a secure thing
Yeah.
for people so that they can follow behind or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. You start
Setting it up.
slowly working your way up. Okay.
Oh, no.
So
Oh no.
Florida Man is in the tunnel. You can hear clank, clank, clank. You hear the tink, tink, tink as Florida Man begins to put pitons into the wall. You can hear this even down on the ground. The thing is 10 feet up. Penny, you are thankfully tall enough to be able to grab it.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 8 foot.
Well, no, it is the fact that she has 16-foot wingspan of weirdness.
God.
So, like,
Is
she
that
can
true?
just reach up and grab it. Is she strong enough to pull herself up from one hand?
No.
I don't know.
I
but-
need 2 hands.
Yeah, but you could just crawl up to or fly up to the top and give yourself like a good start
But
rather
it's
than
only-
climbing all of it.
But you guys are still on the rope. I'd have to wait till you got past.
Yeah, so it's 30 feet. So you have 20 feet of rope there. We got Texas Walker working his way back up now because he's got room because Florida Man is standing on the immovable rod, which is a really cool use of the immovable rod. And then, Alabama, you're now up and you're climbing up and you've gotten there and you're just below Texas. And it's Penny's turn. She's standing there. The fire's gone out because everything burned.
So she was very inspired by Florida Man. She's like, I can climb this. I'm feeling like
Cool.
she can do it. I could do it.
Absolutely.
So she's going to do the one hand and try and pull herself.
All right, make an athletics check.
See how this goes. 9.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I would have gone with a 10 normally, but whatever. A 9 is just barely less. You managed to get another hand on there. Nobody sees you slip and look like an idiot. You managed to get up.
I did it.
Not
She
very
said.
gracefully. You make some sort of Kegel exercise related grunting as well. There we go.
What?
Interesting. I just learned so much about Allison I didn't want to know.
And
That was Penny. That was in character.
Sure.
That is not what I sound like.
Sure.
but you're
Okay.
still the originator of the sound. It came from you.
Make a Kegel sound.
Yeah, you try to sound like a bird doing a Kegel. I dare you. A reptile bird do a Kegel. Do it now.
Texas, what are you up to?
Texas is just climbing up the rope.
Yeah, no, you've already reached the end of the
I've
rope,
already
and
reached.
you are there, and you see Florida Man has started banging pitons into the wall. It is 5 feet wide. The tunnel extends, based on your dark vision, all the way up 80 or so feet. Dark vision starts to fail at that point, but you can definitely see some sort of metallic cap or some metallic end to the 5 foot wide hole.
And it's metallic, you say.
That is at the end, yes.
'Cause I had a thought, but it's not.
But it definitely looks closed, and there is no sign at all of Maryland Jane? Are you going to wait for Florida Man to get all the pitons into the wall and then slowly work her way up, making it safe and secure for everybody, like Alabama, who's terrible at this sort of thing, to get up? Or are you going to try to go around Florida Man and see what happened to Maryland Jane?
I'm going to go around.
Okay.
Because the air genasi is missing, and that's mildly concerning.
Mildly concerning. Okay.
And this is where Kyle says, give me your character sheet, and then he rips it.
Just make an acrobatics or athletics check, your choice.
21.
You're more than capable of getting around Florida Man and starting to climb up the pitons to get where you needed to. You make your way around Florida Man, who says nothing. And that's weird, but whatever. And you start climbing up. Make a perception check.
Good rolls today. 22.
There is a small side tunnel that runs perpendicular to this straight up tunnel that is flat and level that you can just barely make out a few feet ahead of you.
What are the dimensions of said tunnel?
3 feet by maybe 4 feet.
Can I see anything down it with my dark vision?
You can just make out that it is there. You climb up to it, is what you're trying to do. You can make another perception check.
17.
You don't see anything down that area.
I guess I'll keep going. If I
Go
don't
where?
Keep continuing up.
Up or over?
I'll go over.
Okay, so you start to make your way over. What is your armor class?
16.
I have a 19 natural. So something leaps out at you. You get a sense of what it is. It is large, furry, and has many legs, and it bites you, and you take 7 points of piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
After all this, a weird spidery creature is going to kill us.
This is the scene from The Hobbit when they were all wrapped up in cocoon webbing. And
Oh, I was also thinking of Harry Potter.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.